10, like an 8 seconds behind. It's like an 8-second delay. And we are live here on a Friday night. This is going to be kind of relaxing setup. It won't be any training or video ahead of here. We are just going to answer any questions you have, talk about what anybody wants to talk about a few things, but no structure. Nothing like that. It's more about you and what you need to have answered in your business or what you're going on or anything. We can talk microgreens, we can talk chickens, market gardening, anything like that. And anybody that wants to come on and ask the question with their voice, they can be on camera as well. You can also do that. That is the link for it there, and you'll bring you into the back studio, and then we'll bring you up here. You can ask question voice. You can put it in the comments, or you can also do it on video, or just want to get on video and talk. It is open forum tonight, basically. It's kind of a hangout on Friday night. So whatever you guys got going on that you want to talk about or do, we'll talk a little bit about doing our business coaching program that we got coming up here in a couple weeks. We will start that on May 1st. So check that out if you haven't already. And we have Brittany in the background right now. We'll bring her up here in just a second. So just if you want to check out that business program, I know we've had multiple signups on it. We have a few more spots for that top 25, first 25 in, to get that price at $19.95 a month or $179.95 a year. So check that out, and I'll start bringing you guys up. Hi, Brittany.
Hey, Mike.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, doing good. Busy
Awesome.
week.
That's a good thing to have.
Yes, it is a very good thing to have.
I just by chance happened to see that you were doing this, so I was like, all right, I'll tap the link.
Yeah. Kind of missed Tuesday because it was so busy and crazy week and with Easter and all that stuff. So I figured I'd do a Friday hangout and kind of make it relaxing.
Cool. Like it. So can you repeat real quick what your consulting, what was the cost with that?
The business coaching program, which we're going to have 2 videos a month on that are private only to the group, and then 1 live Q&A at least. I might do 2. That's just for the members of that, and that's $19.95 a month for the first 25 people that sign up, and then $179.95 if you want to pay for the whole year.
Oh, that's a really cool deal.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're going to talk and dive deep into the business end of it, how to grow your business, what to do, how to set things up, all that. Oz will probably do a ton of that because she runs the back end of the bookkeeping and all that stuff too. She'll be on there doing that as well.
Nice. I like it.
So how's the weather down there in Texas? I know it's having some storms down in some parts. I don't think it's you guys though.
No. I mean, it's been sunny, it's been humid. So it's all right.
It's all right, yeah.
Y'all?
It's warm here today. It was 84 today. So we're going to dip back down to the mid 50s here in a couple days, but
nice.
Illinois.
Nice. I went out skating today when it was like really, really hot, and it's a good workout, but man, I'm drained. I'm zapped.
Yeah, that heat will zap you fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How's your humidity doing in your microgreen room?
So I did a consult with Microgreens. Are you familiar with that name?
Yep.
Cool. So he basically had us do we're scrubbing the air like a hospital would. So
okay.
Instead of venting out or anything like that, we have an intake for our square footage and a filter. And so it's drawing in through the filter, scrubbing any kind of, stuff in the room. Like we were having issues with smell, especially when all those trays would come out of germination, and watering them and everything. So it just smelled very earthy and yucky. So it's scrubbing now, and we got I can't remember the name of it. AC Infinity, I think, which is a really nice brand. I got it through Amazon. I can share that link with y'all. Maybe you could put it on your affiliate or whatever. But it's got a little thermostat that and a sensor that reads humidity in the room, temperature, and it's got like a variable fan so it doesn't like just cut off and start back up. It ramps up and ramps down.
Hmm.
So it's doing a really nice job. I've been really happy with it. Now we now we just have to figure out some other things, but that part is good.
There's always stuff to figure out.
Heck yeah, there is.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you guys are getting it work done. We reinstalled our new vent fan that we got for our room, and it dramatically reduced the temperature, probably about 5-6 degrees today.
Nice.
So we went. It was near 80 a couple days ago in the microgreen room, because even when it may be 65 outside, but you're growing 100 plus plants.
Yeah.
We just planted 133 today.
Wow.
So that creates a lot of heat. You don't really
Yeah.
really need to worry about the heat in the room. We got the opposite problem all the time.
So since that's in your house and you're venting out,
Yep.
do you notice a significant hit in your electric bill, or like cuz like you're trying to, your house is losing that energy, that cooled air, or
Haven't noticed anything with that. Last year we had a smaller vent fan that was kind of a cheaper one that we used through the summer. And it didn't really cost much. This one might cost a little bit more, but we just finished our walk-in cooler as well, and so we're running air conditioner 24/7 for that. So it's going to dramatically increase with that. So our bill
walk-in
probably
cooler?
doubled. Yeah, we did I don't know if you did you see our farm tour video where we had a walk-in cooler
We
like a
haven't.
restaurant.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I'll see if I can bring up a picture here. But
Yeah.
yeah, so we got a walk-in cooler from a restaurant
Nice.
that was closing down. We got for $350 at an auction.
Wow.
Yeah. But obviously you can't run a compressor and all that stuff that they do in there. So we retrofitted an air conditioner with a cool bot to cool it off.
Wow. Is that all for your orders?
Yeah, so that way we can harvest everything on Monday, because the cooler we did have from a restaurant that we stand-up cooler we bought for $1,000. We were maxing it out. We didn't have any more room to go, so we definitely had to. It was time to go that direction for sure.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's
we harvest everything on Monday, and then delivered it out on Tuesday and Wednesday.
very cool. Very cool.
Farmers markets will be a little bit different, so but time frames obviously them are weekends and stuff. But yeah.
Mhm.
Hi Kyle. Didn't see you were back there.
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
But yeah,
I heard
farmers
tell
market season. Go ahead, Kyle.
I heard tell you had some plumbing issues yesterday.
Oh yeah, we had a outdoor faucet outdoor spigot that froze over the winter and busted, so we had to get that replaced for watering outside and everything. But the contractors that built the place were idiots, so it was a little bit more challenging than what it should have been.
Mm.
They soldered the water pipe on to the spigot for the outside instead of attaching it with the fitting that you need. Just screw it in and pull it out, screw it back in, and be done. But anyway, the things you deal with.
No shark bite fittings?
Actually, we changed it over to shark bite because it already was damaged. So we just decided to change it over to shark bite. So the shark bite builds the whole faucet spigot setup now. So we just hooked that up. There is our walk-in cooler there with our air conditioner and the cool bot and everything set up.
That's huge.
Yeah, it is. What is it? 12 by 8.
Where do you keep that? Do you keep that in your house?
It's in the garage,
Oh, okay.
which is where we do all our harvesting and planting and everything anyway. So,
Wow.
and our grow room is
Nice.
in the house. So 2 different sections.
I feel that. That's what we're doing too.
And welcome everybody else to the stream. Joshua, Veronica, Pat, Big Cass. Welcome all of you guys in the chat. Yeah, so eventually you have to find space to put your products in a cooler. So we were probably, we got that about 8 months ago. And obviously just couldn't pass up the deal, so we decided to set in there. Answer a few questions here. Big Cash, we got his restoration, right? Yep. We got yours, Big Cash. You were in. Pat, why do you do Pro Mix BX versus Coco Core? Plants are meant to grow in soil, in the dirt. Coco Core, you're going to have more issues with it. It's not as forgiving. It's going to retain more water. And I follow Donnie Greens. I follow Dave from Micro Acres, Noah from up in Canada as well, who grows 2,000 trays a week. Curtis when he was growing, and all the big growers grow in soil into Pro Mix and the Sunshine mix. So I just copied them, and it's worked great. So that's why. Veronica, any suggestions avoiding mold on cilantro when taking out a germ? Best suggestion for cilantro is fine vermiculite. So the fine version of the vermiculite, so it's a little powdery kind of stuff. Or you can put soil over top. Some people do that. I found out the vermiculite works better for us, and we do a 12-hour soak with it ahead of time. Use a fan during germ. You want airflow in that area for sure. You want some kind of airflow. You don't have to put a fan right on them, and you don't want to overseed them. We do one. Where are we at on cilantro? 50 grams if you're going by grams, so a little bit over an ounce. On it. I have
What
to look
all
at
do
my
you
sheet for that.
use vermiculite in, Mike?
Vermiculite, we use it on top of cilantro, beets, nasturtiums. I think that's it of what we currently grow. Them are the only ones we use it on.
With using Pro Mix, do you ever get, because I'm kind of in a similar boat like Veronica, but not with cilantro, but we are getting some mold like right out of germination, and that I don't know, they're stacked, so I don't understand how airflow. I mean, they're in a room with lots of airflow. I don't know if they need more, but does Pro Mix, anyone using that besides y'all, or does that have any mold issues? Because we've got our own mix going, and I'm wondering, is it the mix that we're using, or making our own? Is the peat bad? Like, could that be causing it? Just curious.
When making your own, you probably are going to have, you got to kind of figure out what's going to work best on the mix. Obviously,
Right.
what your mix is. So you got to keep on experimenting with that. You got to remember when them trays are stacked in germination, when you bring them out, they're hot. I don't know if you feel them. Them trays are pretty warm.
Right.
So that is the best place for mold to grow. It's wet. It's hot. It's going to, that's the point where you're going to have issues usually. Is it surface mold that you're getting, or just on like the soil?
Yeah, it's surface mold. Obviously have a little bit of spider webbing on the sunflowers. Thank you. I'm just completely drawing a blank on the word. But I've seen some on like our purple radish lately, and I'm going, that's new. And some like on our broccoli and salad mix. Same seeds that we've been using. I don't know, but good news, I might be able to get some Pro Mix.
Where are you getting it from?
There's a distributor here who we have to have an account. There's a catch, of course. We have to we have to spend so much a year and get like the first order has to be so many $100, and I'm like, oh crap. But we're really close. It's within reach.
Okay.
But I just, I want to get it, but at the same time, I'm just wondering, is that going to fix a lot of the issues, or is there something else that we aren't thinking of that's causing these issues?
Yeah, Noah makes his own soil, but obviously he has a big soil making machine up in Canada where he's growing 2,000 trays. But So that's a little bit different when you're mixing it, because we found like when we're mixing in the Gaia green, if we don't get that mixed in right and we have too much of the Gaia in one concentrated spot in a tray, we'll have issues. So anything a little bit off is probably going to make it could make an issue. There's not enough perlite in that area. There's too much of this or something.
Yeah, it might be things like that. We followed your recommendation and got one of those paint stirrers for like the 5-gallon.
Yep.
And I mean, we go through that with that.
Well, that's good then. Yeah, it should mix it well.
But, yeah, but I still think. I mean, there's so many steps with making the soil that I'm just like, please, let's just get the Pro Mix already.
Can I ask you what your mix is or how much perlite are you using?
Yeah, well, actually, we are not using perlite. We're using vermiculite mixed in with it.
Okay.
Because I was having to buy twice as much of the perlite when I could get the same kind of ratio that I wanted with the vermiculite because it's finer.
Yeah.
So it was speckled through there. I kind of look at like the consistency. So it's
Yeah.
peat. It's just peat. And the vermiculite, and depending on the bag of peat, how big we get it, that's how we calculate how many scoops of the Gaia green to get in there.
Yeah.
But that's all we've got is those three.
Maybe do a test tray of something and up the vermiculite a little bit and see if that helps.
Hang on, I'm being summoned.
Oh, you're fine. Kyle, your turn.
Well, I just got my broccoli out of Blackout, first tray of broccoli, and it's doing good.
I did see that. Good. Are you blacking it out, or you're doing it in a stacked weighted germ?
Well, it was stacked weighted germ, and then I blacked out. It's in blackout now for a day.
That's good. I found personally for us that blackout we don't need on broccoli. We just stay at germination for 3 days and go to light.
But it's a start.
Yeah, you got to start,
which is good.
Veronica,
how's ours doing?
Find Pro Mix anywhere? We are buying our Pro Mix at our local Ace Hardware. We went to them and set an account up. No having to buy or anything a certain amount. We just wanted the tax benefits, not having to pay taxes. So, if you got a local Ace Hardware or something like that, especially local, own kind of hardware store, check with them. They're already selling soils and stuff out there. They don't carry the Pro Mix BX that we get, but they buy it in for us. We just have to order it every other week and we get it in. So,
you can
I use straight peat. I've been using straight peat.
Okay. I'm interested to see how that turns out for you. What'd you say, Brittany?
I was going to say, Veronica, we chatted. So ProMix has like 2 websites. They have like the one that, you'd get at a garden center. It's like gardener quality or I don't want to say residential, but what's the word? Like typical consumer Home Depot level.
Yeah.
And then they have a professional, I can't remember. It's not called promix.com. It's like horticultural something, but they have a chat on there, and we chatted them, and that's how we found this distributor. And they were super helpful. Chatted them like 7 a.m. And they were there. They were giving us emails of people, helping us track things down. So you might just try chatting them on the website to find in your area.
Good tip. We found they won't deliver to our residential is the only thing we had. So you have to get it through a distributor that's in your area. Because we did talk to them too in the beginning, but like you're doing, Brittany, you have to get through a distributor still. Pat, thanks. No problem. Appreciate your help. Glad to help out. There's some sunflowers coming out after germination. They break their hulls, but they don't sprout. Or a lot are left behind, making an uneven growth. You could have bad seeds. Where are you getting your seeds from? Because I know True Leaves had a lot of problems in the past. Yeah, some people's had problems with the Zers, and I do find occasionally we have a bad tray with the Zer that comes out, but typically not. We've had good luck with the Zer seeds, so check them out if you haven't. But if they're not, how long are you germinating? Because we germinate 3 to 4 days depending on how they look. At day 3 for germination, and then we'll bring them out. If they need another day, we give them another day. So, height on basil, that was up for a second. I think I clicked it. What is your height? Do you stack basil? We do not do basil yet as a microgreen. We do it as a full-size plant to sell, but we don't do basil yet as a microgreen because it takes like 5 weeks to grow, 4 to 5 weeks to grow. So if you got a basil tray that you're selling every week, that means you have to have 5 basil trays in production. One that's a week behind, one that's 2 weeks behind, one that's 3 weeks behind, one 4 weeks, one in germination. So that's a lot of space to take up for just one tray. So if you multiply that and you're doing 10 trays, now you got 50 trays in production. So it just didn't make sense for us in our situation right now. As we grow into a different space and have more room, we'll look to grow basil. But we sell enough of this stuff right now. We're growing. We don't have to. And Pat got his from True Leaf. We received an order today, and they send small seeds instead of large, and receiving his reshipment. They have great customer service at True Leaf. You definitely can. They do a great job there, from what our experience is. The seeds that we grow, the ones we get from Reserve Standard, the organic seeds from them, they're small seeds and they grow great. So they might work out great for you. They might be a better seed than the big ones.
Heard something about a fire being at a Jur.
Yep, they did have a fire there. It was their headquarters, their main office areas. So none of the warehouses were affected, but obviously they're probably going to have some delays on some things and stuff like that. But none of the seeds or anything like that was destroyed. Just their office, complete loss, I do believe, on their office headquarters. So. Days, 4 days, or go to blackout. To my experience, sunflowers don't need a blackout period if they come out of germ right, because they're going to grow tall anyway. Only thing we ever black out is arugula, popcorn. Obviously, black out that the whole time. But really, arugula and amaranth, the A's that we black out. And amaranth is a complete blackout for germination, no weight on it. We had a chef order 5 pounds. Did he pay ahead? I hope he still takes the order if he hasn't, because Donnie has some bad experiences with that, where he had a chef say he was going to take cilantro, I think, and then Donnie researched it, bought it, so grew it. 4 weeks later, is taking cilantro out to him. And the chef's like, I don't want it now. So that's the reason why he kind of got burnt on restaurants. So. Definitely make sure they're definitely going to want it in paying ahead, because that's going to be a lot of trays in production that you're not going to have. So, but awesome. I hope you're charging a good premium for that 5 pounds, as long as it takes to grow. So, and the expense of that.
Mike, can you go into your vermiculite again? Like, are you doing that? Like you wet the tray, you get the seed on there, do another spray, and then do the vermiculite and let it pop up through that like a blanket?
Only thing you missed on that was I lightly mist over the top of the vermiculite when it's done. After that, before it goes in, just to pat it down a little bit.
Okay, but it's like a weighted blanket on it, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And what's the point of that?
Like the beets and the cilantro, it helps get the seed hulls off. And it helps cover it and keep it from molding. Is one of the biggest attributes as well. I see we tried vermiculite with sunflowers, and it worked. It's just it was a very dirty crop, because the sunflowers hold on to it better because they're a bigger stalk.
Right.
So they're going to hold on to that vermiculite more.
Right.
The cilantro and everything, the beets, everything else, they go through it. They shed their seed hulls, not 100%, but much better. And then they don't carry any of the vermiculite with them. It's just down on the surface. So,
Oh, that's nice.
but the sunflowers were a pain in the butt to do it with because I had to clean them and wash them and then dry them and everything else. So, yeah. He ordered weekly, so hope he pays. Yeah. And I'm sure he will. It was probably just a bad experience of one-off, but chefs are fickle sometimes, especially if they got to wait for stuff. They forget that they ordered it, and then they get in like, I got nothing to do with this. Yeah, just be careful, But congratulations. If he's ordering 5 pounds of basil, that's a big order for you. Do you use 1T8 42 watts, have microgreens bending? Is yours bending as well, or do you have them in rotation? We use the Barina T8, sorry, right? Yeah. And the light's in the middle, right? So they're going to bend kind of upward. The outer ones will grow up and kind of bend upward because they're searching for light, which we want because we want them to stretch. So that's also why we use one light, is for them to stretch and go towards the light. So you don't need a blackout period on a lot of crops because they're still looking for light, but they're getting enough light, but they're stretching towards the light rather than having 3 or 4 lights on there and they got plenty of light and they stay small.
So you said y'all just use the one like Donnie, but you use the Barina.
Yep, we use the Barina ones.
I might have to switch that.
Because I think they work just as good and they're way cheaper.
Yes, they are. Yeah, we have one, like we had some blasters at first, but when we grew, we did the Barina, but I was doing 2 Barina per shelf. And I'm wondering if that would be beneficial to just go to the one.
We had 2 to begin with, and then honestly, I'll give Donnie the credit. Donnie Greens, he was in one of his Monday lives on his Facebook, and he's like, "I use one light. This is why." And I'm like, "Okay, well, let's do an experiment. We're still starting out. We ain't done much yet. We got shelves to experiment on." Took it off, put one light on there, and we got better growth. It stretched better, and so I never looked back. I've used one light. And it saves a lot on the power.
That's awesome.
Tons on power. I mean, we're maxing close to out on our power now. So, and we only got how many racks now? We just bought new racks. 4, 6, 9, 10. 10. Getting ready to add 2 more next week in. So, and I moved 2 out to the cooler outside. So
I got a question for you if nobody else has one that y'all are going to go through at the chat. But so we've made some changes with our delivery to where we're saying, hey, going forward, we're going to need a card on file for those to be charged automatically because we're getting some, not everybody, but we're getting some people who are just, we're having to chase them down, which after I've already delivered it, we're still having to ask for payment, which is, I get people are busy and stuff, but I don't know. I don't understand that. It's just not how I was raised. You get something service, you pay for it.
Exactly.
So I was just wondering, like, do y'all have that where like you require them to keep like a card on file with you?
We require them. We do Square. So
same.
when they do a subscription for the weekly subscription or the bi-weekly, it has a thing down there that asks them to click automatic payment.
Right.
And I asked them when they make an order that be clicked.
Yeah.
From here on out, because we did have that problem. We had to chase somebody down. They got a free week out of us, and we never got the money for that.
Yeah.
So it only happens once, and then you stop.
Yeah.
Although I do have guy Carl that pays, his invoice goes out Monday. He pays on Monday, like within 30 seconds of going out. All automatics get charged on Tuesday. So we love Carl.
Yes. Every customer should be a Carl.
Yes.
Yes. No, that's great. That's just been a kind of a thing of like.
Yep, and just tell them, hey, it's an automatic payment. We ask you to click that at the bottom. Make sure you do that. It just makes it easier on everybody that you don't have to worry about it. It's paid for you. Every time the invoice comes in, it's just going to be paid. It's simple and easy, and your microgreens get delivered to your door. It's really
Right.
easy. Nobody has to worry about anything.
Uh,
And then
w-
if they don't, you just gently tell them again.
yeah.
Please do
We've
that.
we've said it a couple times, and I'm about to basically just tell Daniel, you handle this now because I'm gonna go ghetto real quick.
That's why
You
my
know what I
wife
mean?
handles it, because I go
Yeah.
pay for your stuff, man.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
bought it. I delivered it. Where's my money?
Right.
She's much
Yes.
more diplomatic about it. Yeah,
I
but
can
yeah, that's
understand
definitely.
that.
Yeah, I mean, you did a service for them. I mean, they should pay for it. You don't go to the grocery store and say, "I'll be back next week and pay you."
Right. Exactly.
Joshua, welcome, by the way. You said that you maxed out on powers at 100 amp or 200. It's a 100. It's a 200. But we have a 5-bedroom house, 3.5 baths. So it takes a lot of power besides just the microgreens as well. So
So how much do you say that one rack with lights and all runs your electric bill up?
Those are
I will.
42, right?
Yeah, they're 42. I'd have to do a lot of math right here. I can tell you that our difference on our power bill came in at about $500 a month from what we were normally paying from the time we started growing the microgreens. So, I'm using OBS and StreamYard. We use StreamYard to do all of ours. So we do this. This is StreamYard that's in here. But I use OBS for the camera output and everything else because I can do some more fancy stuff with them. So I can customize some things and all that stuff and everything else with OBS a little bit better. But StreamYard is the main thing that we use. Ooh, probably should take that banner off. It's not Tuesday.
Come on, Oz, get it together.
I need to make one for a Friday hangout. But yeah, so it takes a lot of power to generate anyway, and said it's $500 difference on our power bill. So, but
But that's
I don't have
kind
to
of
pay.
your walk-in coolers too, right?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of the one cooler that we had, the stand-up one. We'll see what the
Mm.
difference is with the walk-in cooler. We just got that up running last week, so obviously I haven't seen a bill on that yet. So we'll see. But I don't have to pay rent, so at a building or anything. So, Pat, any advice on getting into the farmers markets? Tried dozens, and they say they're full. So I started on Market Wagon. Is there anything else out there you can sell at? Market Wagon's a good place to sell. Farmers markets are great. That's a great proving ground for your products, though. I hear a lot of people are having troubles getting into them. We've been lucky. We're doing six markets, right? Yeah, maybe 7. The one is a bi-weekly on a Sunday, and they run opposite each other, so it's kind of the same. I count that. So, but we do have an employee that is starting with us, so they will be running 2 of them markets. So he will be. So we won't have to do that many.
That'd be nice.
But definitely try direct to consumers, which we're going to have how to do that in our program as well. How to sell direct to consumers and how to market to them will be part of our business coaching as well. And we'll hold your hand along with it, going through it and how to set it up and how to do that in your area and market to them using Facebook. And then how to use Instagram to market to restaurants, grocery stores, things like that, more business end on that stuff too. So, but depending on what area you're at and where you're at, a lot of farmer markets do fill up fast. We were lucky; we got into 4 farmers markets last year and doing 6 this year. The other 2 invited us this year. We get a lot of invites now. We have to say no to things because we just can't handle it. We can't do it. So it's a nice thing to have, though. What else you guys got for me? What do you want to talk about?
Do you think I'll have trouble with using straight peat?
I don't know. I have never done that, so you might have to add some nutrients into it. I'm not sure what the nutrient values are going to be in that soil, this peat.
I'll tell you this about peat, though, is make sure you test it and see if its wetting agent has gone bad or not, because
Yeah.
that's something we ran into. Because peat, if it dries out completely, will repel water. You'll spray water on it, it'll
Just
just
sits
run
there.
right off. And so you have to kind of spray it a little bit to wet it a little bit, and then it can soak up and hold a ton of water. But definitely test that, because that's important.
Yeah.
What kind of price are you getting on your peat that you're buying, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, right now, because it's spring, Walmart has like a 2.2 cubic foot bale. It's ironic, Mike. It says Pro Mix on the thing. I'm like, or it's like, if you want
It's like,
professional
really?
grade, get Pro Mix. I'm like, just rub my face in it. Why don't you? It's so awful.
That is mean.
It's so mean. Yeah. But I don't know the brand, but it's at Walmart. It's also the same bale that they'll have at like Lowe's or Home Depot, but
Yeah.
it's bigger. It's a 3 point something or 3
3.8.
cubic foot. No, not
3.8
3.
cubic.
It's
not
it's
3.8?
something in the 3. I think it's right
Okay.
around 3. That's at Home Depot that we'll get, but we go to Walmart all the time, so we've been picking it up there. But I've noticed this particular one that we have. Oh, and you asked the price. I'm sorry. It's like $12 for
Yeah, that's
2.2
what mine's
cubic.
running.
Yeah,
And I get it from Lowe's.
from Lowe's. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one that we got from Walmart has a bunch of twigs in it, which has been a pain to sort through. The rest of it's
I ran
okay
into
peat wise,
that.
but this one has a bunch of debris in it that gets annoying.
I tell you, I was really happy with the Pro Mix BX. It's nice and fine. I know you can't get it, but just letting everybody else know.
Rub my face in it.
Sorry. The Pro Mix BX, it just, even in the big bell, you just slam it on the ground a couple of times, you open it up, and it comes out really fine. It is awesome. I've been very happy with the big bells of it, because I was thinking it was going to be compressed and we'd have to really get it out there and put it through a screen and do all that stuff, and we don't have to do any of that. We just open it up and put it right in our tub.
Must be nice.
Yeah. In this fancy old Illinois, we get BX.
You're so close to Canada, or you're much closer than we are.
Well, yeah. But you figure you're in a much bigger metropolitan area than we are, so.
Oh, you'd think.
Yeah.
One thing that the chat people at ProMix had said was they recommended either the BX or the HP, and the biggest difference with it, he said, was the HP has more not vermiculite, perlite in it, so it's a quicker draining. Yeah. And I'm wondering with
you don't want quick draining. It dries out too fast. From our experience.
Okay, have you tried the HP?
Yep, we did. We tried the HP, the MP, the BX, the regular growing Pro Mix. So we've tested 5 different soils now.
So BX,
and found out BX is, for us in our environment, BX works the best.
Okay, that's good to know.
But everybody's environment's different, so
yeah.
But that's why I recommend testing. Get a small amount of it if you can, the smallest bag you can, test it, and then go from there. But if you have problems getting it in, you just have to order however much you got to order. But
right.
But yeah, that's from our test. Now we grew in the beginning. We just grew in a regular old Pro Mix all-purpose soil. That's what we did in the beginning. It was $17 a bag, which is great. But we found we just got better growth, better crops, better. They looked better. The red was more red. The purple was more purple using the BX.
Wow.
So I mean, better nutrients in it, so you got to look at that too. I mean, yeah, things will grow in probably just straight peat moss, but what nutrient value are you getting out of them? And that's what we should be all growing for, is the nutrients. Flare Party, welcome. I've been using HP CC Pro Mix, but didn't like it. It had organic material, aka mold issues. Yeah, definitely.
Which one was that?
Pro Mix CC HP,
Oh.
the HP, the Cocoa Core mix of the HP Pro Mix.
Okay. So somebody else had mold with that?
Yes. She says she had the HP Cocoa Core Pro Mix.
Dang.
It didn't like the organic material in it.
Okay.
Mold
BX it
issues.
is. All right.
So she's going, or him, I don't know, is going Cocoa Core to try. Wood chunks in it, yeah. You'll find some wood chunks in the Pro Mix BX as well. They're all going to have some, but it shouldn't be over a lot. It shouldn't have a ton. You're going to find sticks, little sticks, and little things like that. I mean, but nothing big in the Pro Mix from what we found BX. So I've seen people use the Cocoa Core one from Pro Mix. We've thought about, we probably will do a trial edit at some point on that and see how well it does. Joe Sessions, welcome. Hello from Montana by way of DC. That's a far distance away from them two. And welcome. Montana to DC. Yes.
I had a question. Has anybody looked into using something like a DoorDash or Uber Eats, like that kind of a service, for having people order and then they could come and pick it up and deliver it?
You got to make sure you have it ready. Like, they're not going to order a week ahead or 10 days ahead. You know, they're ordering. You can schedule it with them, I guess, because of Square, but they're going to look at the expenses that they charge for that.
That's what I mean. I haven't looked at it. I didn't know, like, if it would eat in too much to profit. Probably, but
I think so. I think it's going to.
okay.
Looking at it, but I mean, obviously, do your research on it. But when we looked at it, because Square was offering when we first signed up with Square, and they had it, they came out with it, and like, hey, try this out, da da da. And I'm like, one, I don't know how it's going to work with people ordering. Two, looked at the cost. I think it was like $5 an order or something.
Oh gosh, yeah,
$3.99 it costs an order on your end, and then obviously they're going to have to pay more for it because they're going to charge them a delivery fees or
right.
not a delivery fee. They call it something else on the customer end. So it's a cool concept if it would work cost wise, obviously, for sure.
Right.
You don't have to go out and do deliveries would be nice, but
yes.
but we're going and delivering to grocery stores anyway through the area, so it doesn't cost us anything really to deliver to somebody as we're out delivering anyway. So it all just shares. The only thing we do is a $10 minimum. Is the only thing that we do, which you order 2 or 3 items, you're there. So I mean, usually 2, you're there. And most people getting something delivered to the house are going to pay $10 minimum. So
right. Cool deal.
Yep, just everybody shares the cost, kind of,
Yeah. Well, I got to jump off, you guys, for dinner. I signed up with the registration, so I'm looking forward to that. Everybody have a good weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.
See you, Brittany. Thanks for coming on. All right. Joel is... Oh, here, hold on. Let me catch up with Joel here. Was not a fan of the Sunshine Mix number 4 because it's bigger sticks and stuff compared to the Pro Mix. That's good to know. Because we were getting ready to do that as a sample, too. Trial on that, too, to see the difference. For sure. But you're not on a work trip in DC. Here is what we did as a trial. When we tried out 3 different types here. So the one on the left is the HP. The one in the middle is the BX. And then there's the all-purpose one, soil mixes on the right there. And that's when we found out that the BX was the best for us. And you can see the color difference, too. This is dirt, basically. Not much amendments in it on just the regular all-purpose. And then this is the BX, a little bit finer, some more vermiculite or perlite in it. And then the HP has a lot more. And it feels like it's sand to me. So so definitely found out the BX was the best for us. Yeah, them delivery companies are going to take a chunk of the profit for sure. We work on good margins, but I don't want to give any of them away either. No trials with straight coca core yet. That's probably coming down to our next testing. We're going to do that, and the Pro Mix coca core mix, coca core base. So probably them two with the BX, put them together and grow the easy crop like a broccoli. It's going to grow well. So our peas, maybe we'll do peas. Peas are a good variety. The peas grow almost in anything, I think. So. Kyle, you got any farmers markets you're going to this year, or you just gonna try to sell direct? What's your plan?
Well, I'm planning on selling direct. I'll try to get into some farmers markets. I've got a restaurant already lined up.
Awesome.
He's a friend of mine.
That's good. That's good. Friends are good to have to sell to.
Yeah, I'll be selling to associates that I work with, coworkers as well. So
definitely a good place to start.
But yeah, I might try some farmers markets if I can find some on Fridays or on Mondays or Sundays or.
Sundays usually can find some. There's not many Monday ones that I know of.
That's my 2 days off from Sam's is Sunday and Monday.
I would definitely look at Sundays for sure. Sunday's is a good place to go. We got 2 on there. They just rotate different weeks, so it works out kind of perfectly. So we're got one every Sunday almost. So,
of course, that might. I would have to do that after church.
Yeah, a lot of them are after church times. So the one we do is like 12 to 3 on
that
Sunday.
Would work.
So okay, so trying core trial now. Center brand sticks. Make a large tote worth, and then adding perlite will help wetness since it holds moisture. Yeah. Yeah, adding some perlite to it definitely will help that for sure. That's a good plan. Might do a combination of that. Try to just do coca core by itself, coca core with perlite. Might be a good mix. Yeah, I think you said a long time ago, Kyle, you were going to sell to your coworkers. I remember you saying that in the.
I've already got a bunch of them lined up.
That's awesome.
So, what did you think of that tray that you seen that I did, that first one?
It looked pretty good. Obviously, coming out. I'll have to look at it again real fast, but that was coming out of blackout or?
Yeah. Germination.
Just coming out of germination?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There's Kyle's tray coming out of germination. Can you make that larger, dear? Or nope. Apparently not. Okay, there we go.
There's quite a few that didn't germinate, but
it looked like a little bit on that side that might not got enough water. Yeah, might not got enough water there before you got it in, or dried out a little bit or something during germination. So other than that, it looks pretty good. Be curious how it grows all the way through with this peat moss.
Well, peat's pretty rich stuff, so they should have some good nutrients in it. But we'll see. Like I said, this first trial, it's Azure seeds that I used. Yep. I appreciate you suggesting that.
Yeah, they're good company. All right, let's see. Joe here. What's the next question up there? Yeah, there. That's a yes, and cocoa core vermiculite blend because it caution exchange. Cocoa core is known to be very low, but vermiculite is very high in exchange. Yeah, maybe a combination of both of them. Yeah, it'd be good. Not sure it makes a difference, but it's such a quick early grow though. Yeah, huh? Yeah, it might make a difference on the longer grows, maybe. But
I just about have to order the Coca-Cola online. I haven't been able to find any good sources here where I am in Oklahoma.
yeah, there's a lot of that issues. I'm not sure we can even get it. We can get the HP Cocoa Core kind of, or the HP Cocoa Core Pro Mix blend here at Home Depot. They have it there, but I'm not sure it is straight Cocoa Core. I have not seen that locally yet, so that might have to be an online ordering. Square. This is what they charge. This is what Square is charging for. Let's bring that up there like that. So Postmates, except to California, which is Uber Eats now, if you don't know, it's $4.20 plus 75 per kilometer, which I'm thinking you got Canadian here, dear. No. Also, and then DoorDash is a fixed fee of $6.99 for up to 5 miles delivery radius. So that would not be much of us, and $8.99. Oh, plus $1.50 fee from them. So, yeah, very expensive to use DoorDash or Postmates or Uber Eats to do that. I mean, that's gonna just kill your profits. I'm exploring Coca-Cola because of Omni certification. Yeah, my local grocery store is willing to pick me up for 20 plus units a week, but requires avidation of growing organically. Promise MMP is proactive. Yeah, cost prohibitive for sure. I understand that. Man, our grocery stores never asked us that. They asked if we grew organically. We said we do organically practices, but the certification for organic is what, 5,000? At least 5,000. So I've seen some that quoted like 10,000. So that is cost prohibitive for us to even do. So we didn't really go down that road. But they don't really, I mean, I guess Midwest people don't really care if it's grown organically. They just want to know if you're doing good practice on stuff, growing correctly and everything else, which we're very open of how we grow and doing everything. So with everybody. But that's weird. Is it Joe, is that a local like health food store, or is it a big local chain? What kind of grocery store is that? Curious. Did you ever try checking out there's greenhouse to make a store deep trays? I have not got there yet. But what? Just they're about the same price as Bootstrap, she said. So as soon as we fill the space up with all the trays that we need for Bootstrap, we probably will try them out. They might be really good for wheatgrass. I agree with that. That's because I did check them out. I looked at the website, did all that, but didn't pull the trigger on buying any yet. But maybe.
How's your market for wheatgrass?
Very good. We sell about. It could be better. But it's pretty good. We sell them in 5x5s and just to grocery stores and everything. We sell 10 a week, 10 trays a week, so 80 units a week of wheatgrass. So it's pretty good for us.
Was it you that was saying that mostly pet owners buy that for them, or?
Yeah, there are some people that juice with it. but mainly the pet market is where it's at with them. Joe, that seems excessively high. I agree. Our local ag in our town can get its certification for under $1,000. That is awesome. Illinois has too many burger cats in it, in regulations and layers of stuff, I guess. So, local, awesome. They don't have a separate area to house the conventional produce. They're organic only, and they can't do both with their setup and maintain organic handlers. That makes sense. That's that target. So yeah, it's also a premium price, $8, $5.50, $5.05. I'm assuming the $5.05 is what you're getting per unit. That's good. That's really good.
Is wheatgrass pretty easy to grow?
Fairly easy. We do have a video on it as well, but if you do not do it right, you can come up with some mold issues for sure.
Okay.
It needs a lot of airflow. Also, yes, awesome. That is a good price, Joe. That is a good price. Good job, Joe. All right. What else? Anybody else got anything else tonight? We did hit the hour point, but I am willing to stay if you got anything else. I
appreciate you doing it.
I just gotta go get my meat birds put away. They don't go away on their own. I gotta get them in there.
Oh, they don't go roost?
No, they don't go back to their area. Their covered area. They kind of just lay around. So I got to kind of scoot them in there a little bit. And they listen to me well. Mm-hmm. They don't listen to my wife well. So they just don't pay attention. She's got to pick them all up. I just scoot them in.
Are you going over to Discord tonight?
I might hop on there in a little bit. Yeah. Obviously, I could put these chickens away and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, might get on there. Oh.
Well, I guess I'll see you over there then.
All right, Kyle. Thanks. See you later.
God bless you all, and you have a blessed night.
You too, Kyle.
Thank you for all your help.
Not a problem. Appreciate it. We do consulting as well, Joe. We're obviously going to do that business coaching program, but we do a consulting one-on-one. It is for $97 for 1 hour of the consulting, or a little bit more. We usually go over like we do in these live streams, as long as we have a good conversation. So you can definitely check that out. But and there's the link for it as well if anybody else wants to check it out. Alex, bye. Thanks for showing up to the stream. See you, Cass. Yep. You guys can jump over to the Discord. Do you have a link? Do you have Discord open over there? Go to Donnie's. Go right click on Donnie. And then invite. There you go. She'll put a link to the Discord over there if anybody's interested in that. It's Donnie's Greens Discord, but we're over there a lot chatting with people, so you can check that out. I'll be over there in just a little bit. I got to get these chickens put away and make sure they got some water for the night and all that stuff. But other than that, I'll be over then. So thank you guys all for coming in tonight on this Friday stream. And we will see you over in Discord in a little bit if you want to go over there. And thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you in the next one.